Good morning, everyone. It's Elaine from Aerial Yoga Gear. Today we have a really quick and easy 10-minute flow to help start your day. We're going to start off with a simple forward fold. Start with the fabric in front of you at your pelvic touch point and hinge forward at the waist. So the fabric should be at the point where your legs meet your upper body. Take a few deep breaths here. And we're going to walk from here into our downward facing dog. So slowly walk your hands forward and your feet backwards. Now, depending on the height of your hammock, your feet might be coming off the ground slightly, and that's okay. Let's move into our floating dog. So one leg at a time, lift your foot from the floor into the air behind you. If you feel like you're sliding, or if you want to open up your hips, bring your legs into a straddle. And make sure that you're actively pushing away from the mat with your hands so that you feel that great stretch across your shoulders and your upper back. From here, we can move into a variation of inverted Baddha Konasana or butterfly pose by bringing the soles of your feet together. And then a great inversion I like to do in the morning is called cannonball pose. So you can release your legs and bring them into a folded position. And then one arm at a time, you can release yourself from the ground so that you're floating from your hammock. This is a really safe and gentle inversion. When you're ready, you can walk your hands back and bring your feet down into your downward dog. And then we're going to hang out here and in our forward fold for just a few moments before we come up so that we can make sure that our bodies are used to standing upright again. So walk yourself back into your downward or your forward fold. And take a few breaths here. When you're ready, one vertebrae at a time, slowly bring yourself up into a standing position, roll your shoulders back, and take a deep breath to release. Now we're going to do some variations to stretch out our hips and our hamstrings. So behind your fabric, fan it out and gather about 4 to 5 handfuls of the hammock. And we're going to put our right foot into the fabric entirely. The fabric is stretched out all the way up our leg to our mid-thigh. You're going to want to make sure that you are centered underneath the center line, so that's where your hammock is rigged from. This is to make sure you don't get pulled one direction or the other. And from there, you can bring your leg inwards and outwards to loosen up that right hip. Now, if you're not centered, you might feel yourself getting pulled forward or backward. So if you feel unstable, try taking a couple steps forward, a couple hops forward. And from here, we're going to move into an extension in order to stretch out our groin. So you're going to put the weight into that right leg with that's being supported by the fabric. And you put your left hand onto your knee to stabilize yourself, or not your knee, but your thigh. Or if you want to challenge, you can let go with that left hand to challenge your balance. You're going to feel this across your groin region. And we're going to stretch in the other direction by taking the fabric off of your extended foot so that you have that fabric bunched on the back of your thigh. And then lean forward, pouring the weight into your right leg that's being supported by the hammock. Now you can see my left leg is my left foot is fully on the ground, so I'm also feeling a nice calf stretch on my left side. We're ready to move on. We're going to move into a hamstring stretch and then a monkey pose. So bring the fabric all the way up your leg. This is very important. It's all the way up onto your glute. And then you can reach forward and bend for that foot that's inside your fabric. Try to bend with a straight back to get a little bit of a back stretch as well as a hamstring stretch. Just reach as far as you can. Ready? Make sure that you're centered, make sure that fabric is on your butt, and you can bend your right leg so that it's parallel to your hips. And then you're going to see that you have the two sides of your fabric, and you're going to bring your upper body through the middle of the two sides of your hammock. Then with your right arm, you can reach up and grab the hammock, and if you feel secure, you can lift up with your left leg and pull it behind you into a quad stretch. If you want to have some fun, you can give yourself a little push. And for another variation, you can bring that left leg on top of your right bent leg. This is a great way to open up your hips. You're ready? Bring your left leg down. Slowly stabilize yourself. Bring your body out from inside the fabric. Straighten your right leg. And then you can bend your leg and pull the fabric off of your upper leg and pull it off of your foot gently. And you can make sure you can grab onto that hammock to help stabilize yourself. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So just fan out your fabric, grab a few handfuls of it, and then put your left leg into the hammock. I'm going to start off by opening that hip by bringing that fabric forward and to the side. Make sure you're centered. Just bring the hammock to the side and forward. You're ready, you can pour the weight into that left leg to stretch out your groin. Remember to breathe, and remember to make sure that you are centered here if you feel yourself being pulled. For a challenge, extend your right arm so you feel the challenge of needing to balance. And after a few breaths here, bring your leg forward, and then we're going to pull the fabric back, bunched behind our thigh into that groin stretch. So you can pour the weight into your left leg, leaning forwards, keeping your right foot on the ground so you feel that calf stretch, as well as the groin stretch. And from here, we're going to move into our hamstring stretch and our monkey pose. So extend the fabric all the way across your leg, make sure your foot's in the fabric, and make sure that fabric is all the way up to the middle of your glute. You're going to reach upwards and bend forward at the waist. Keep your back straight if you want to elongate the spine as well as get that hamstring stretch. When you're ready, you can stand up and bend your left leg so that your calf is parallel to your hips. Again, make sure that fabric is up on your glute. That'll make sure that you're supported if you choose to let go of the ground. And pull yourself forward in front of the two sides of the fabric. And make sure that your shoulders aren't bunched up here. So if you need to do a shoulder roll backwards, go ahead and do that. And when you're ready, you can let go with your right leg and you can grab it with your right arm behind you for that quad stretch. Want to give yourself a little push? You can go ahead and do that and bring your right leg on top of your left bent leg. Just take a few breaths here and enjoy the gentle movement. When you're ready to come down, just bring that right foot down and slowly bring yourself out of the fabric, straighten your left leg, pull the fabric off of your leg, and bring yourself into a standing position. For our final stretch, let's just do one quick shoulder stretch. So grab the fabric with both hands and bend forward from your waist, so that your body is in an L, and then you can sway here from side to side. When you're finished, roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time. Roll your shoulders back and take a deep breath. Namaste. Thank you for watching. I hope you feel refreshed and ready to start your day.